Today we have some great tips for you for the month of April. This is a beautiful time of year, but we can also see some pest problems in the landscape. Foliar diseases will pop up around this time of year, things like powdery mildew, leaf spots, anthracnose, cedar apple rust, and things like that. Now our first step to prevention of these pests is really selecting and planting disease-resistant varieties. However, if you have varieties that are susceptible, a preventative spray of a fungicide as the buds and leaves are beginning to emerge in the spring is usually the next best thing. Now insects can also be a problem. You want to be scouting your landscape for insect pests, but also look for the predators, the good guys, the beneficial insects. And if they're present, don't use an insecticide. Also, you don't really want to be using insecticides if you have fruit trees that are blooming. We don't want to use insecticides while they're blooming because that can reduce pollination. Now for your spring flowering bulbs, you want to wait till the foliage starts to turn yellow before you cut those back. After they've bloomed, leave them alone and allow the leaves to turn yellow and die back naturally before you cut them back. That way all the energy that the leaves are producing will go down into the bulb and will make it a nice big healthy bulb for next year. Now this is also a good time to start planting our summer annuals, but wait of course until our average last frost date, which in central Oklahoma in this area is about April 15th or mid-April. It may vary a little bit depending on where you live. For summer warm season annuals such as Catharanthus or the annual Vinca, make sure that the soil temperatures are also warm. Warm season annuals need to have soil temperatures in the low to mid 60s before you plant those. Now this is also a good time to start inspecting your irrigation systems. If you have drip irrigation or in the ground systems, you want to make sure you start turning those on and inspecting them, make sure they're all in good shape. And it's also a good time to lay out your soaker hoses throughout your landscape beds too. Now for turf grasses, this would be the first time for an application of fertilizer to your warm season grasses like Bermuda grass. You're going to put down 1 pound of actual nitrogen per 1,000 square feet. Also, if you're wanting to establish a new warm season grass, you would do that with sod, sprigs, plugs, and that would be done in the latter part of April. Now you might also start getting out and mowing your lawn, your warm season grasses. Bermuda grass and zoysia grass is going to be mowed at about 1 to 1.5 inches, and buffalo grass at about 3 inches.